Coming to you live from the JRE Tobacco Aladino Mobile Studios, it's the Cigar Pulpit.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another sermon from the Cigar Pulpit. I'm the Bishop of the Bird, Nick, and today I'm going to be joined by Shawn Beaudry, who recently went out to the Rocky Mountain Cigar Festival. And we catch up with Shawn to talk all about the festival, some of the changes that took place this year, which is kind of what I'm interested in hearing about, and a lot more. We get into all kinds of different topics and side quests and everything else. So anyway, buckle up and enjoy the interview. And I am joined today by the traveler, Mr. Shawn Beaudry. How you doing, Shawn?
I'm doing well, Nick. Good to see you.
So good to see you. So you're home. That's a plus just in and of itself.
I know. We had a good little weekend out in Wyoming. So we just got home Sunday night after a little bit of travel hiccup, but that's part of flying standby, I guess. But it worked out.
It seems to happen to you, but that, I get it. It's a small price to pay for all the flight miles,
Exactly.
Yeah. Now I gotta ask. So I was talking to Trey Mack, and he's been home, I think, something like 20 or 21 days total this year. Like total this entire calendar year. Where are you at? You're probably in the neighborhood of about 40 days at home, I would think.
No, more than that, actually, more than that. I think it's going to go, I don't know. So I'm retiring at the end of the month.
Congratulations.
So done my regular day job. Thank you. So
now you're retiring
from
your real job or from the airport?
Adjustment. Oh no, I'll do that as long as my body can do it. So I'm going to continue with that. My day job, my income job, will be done at the end of the month. But just doing a little transitioning right now. Not surgery or anything, but transitioning. To a different person that's going to be taking over. So
we can restart.
I
could be joined by Shauna if you want.
Yeah. Shawn, it can go both ways. So,
I've heard that about you.
yes. But we're so we're going to be we got a bunch of stuff planned, little trips going, of course going to Vegas in August, but a buddy's going out there and they have a condo for a week and said, why don't you come out? So we're going to do that. And
wait.
Then a bunch of stuff.
So you're going to the desert in the hottest time of the year, practically.
It has a pool. That's what I'm all about.
All right. You know what? I'll give you that. That's the only way you could get me out there is if I can just lounge in the pool the whole time.
No, I mean, I'm thinking PCA already, and it's like, ooh, that's in April. That's going to start getting hot already. So
is it April? I thought it was March.
Oh, is it March? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hang on. Yeah, I think the dates are not the same as they've been. So hang on to the Googles. Yes, March 5th through the 8th.
Wow, so it's early.
Very beginning of March.
It'll be fine.
So it may not be quite perfect pool weather, but
no. They're even open. They don't open the pools up until end of March, pretty much after March Madness. So,
wow, that sucks.
Yeah, it is what it is. But anyways, we're going out there to hang out for, I guess, a long weekend. Going out on Wednesday and coming back on Monday.
That'll be fun. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Well, the reason you're here joining us today, for people who are like, why are these two talking? You just got back from the Rocky Mountain Cigar Festival.
Yeah.
And there were some changes to that event. And so I figured, let's talk to Shawn. He was there. We can get a lowdown of what it was like, and we can talk about the changes. Because now you've been before, correct?
Yes. When it was down in Broomfield, outside Denver, it was at the Omni Resort there for, since its onset, I guess. But anyways, so they changed the venue over the state line up to Wyoming because of the cigar taxes in Colorado. Somebody was saying it's like 65%.
Not
tax.
quite New York level, but getting there. Yeah,
exactly. So they said, well, screw you, Colorado, because it's put on by Smoker Friendly, and they have I forgot what it is. They have a list of like 25 cigar lounges that
they're all
spread
over the
out
place.
all over. Yeah, and especially that owner. I don't know if it's a franchise, what. Anyways, up in Wyoming. Anyways, they changed the venue up there, so it was like an hour and 45 minutes from the Denver airport. So it really wasn't a big deal. People in the southern part of Colorado were more, like, oh, it's way up there, but they kind of got it instead of upping the prices on everything to compensate. Because when you're at the festival, they have like a straight price, and you'll pay there, so you're not getting that tax. They all have it worked in. But when you have 65%, it's a little harder, to have a deal, so.
Yeah, no, it's real hard to make it. What's the word I'm looking for? It's real hard to make it appealing to make big purchases. Which I would imagine it's something like that. That's the whole goal. It's like, hey, come on in and spend a ton of money.
Yeah. So in years past, there's probably the setup at the new place up. Who was that? Little America, they call it. It's like a little golf resort right outside of Cheyenne. And Cheyenne is, for the capital of Wyoming, is only 65,000 people. So it's
really?
Small town feel, but they really, it was a better venue, I think, when it came, they had it like tiered parking lots going down. And there was more places in shade. So,
well, that's good too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, before we get into all the finer point details, let's get a cigar going.
Yeah.
So, you had made one suggestion and I didn't have it, but then I said I had something else and you were like, I have that. So today you and I are going to be smoking the Chef Rick from West Tampa Tobacco. This cigar features a Habano 2000 wrapper from an undisclosed country, Sumatra seed Ecuadorian binder, and filler from Nicaragua from Condega, Esteli, Jalapa, and Ometepe. It's a 6x52 Toro, and it is the final cigar in the, what did they call it? The cookbook series. So it started with the Boliche Boulevard, and then there was the Devil Crab, and then now the Chef Rick. So we're going to give this guy a cut, and the cut is brought to you by 2guyscigars.com. That's the number 2guyscigars.com. Two Guys have been around for over 40 years, and they are the trusted name in the cigar industry. Everybody knows Two Guys, but if you don't, please give them a try. You won't be sorry. Family owned and operated, 2guyscigars.com does the very best to provide a great selection, fair prices, and excellent customer service. I know they carry a lot of West Tampa tobacco. I did not think to look to see if they have the Chef Rick, but
they do. They do.
Well, there you go. Well, perfect.
Because guess where I got this from? I ordered 2, added it onto my package, care package, and so I'm smoking the one for the first time. So I'm looking forward to it.
There you go. Well, head on over to 2guyscigars.com for your next cigar purchase. Tell them that the Cigar Pulpit sent you. And remember, that's the number 2guyscigars.com. So, give this guy a cut and get it lit, and all will be right with the world. Dude, I appreciate you.
Speaking of 2 Guys.
Yeah.
So, anyways, last month. Yep. Oh, no, don't worry. What was the package last month? Was it? Yeah, it was the cigar authority.
Yeah. For the trading card. Yeah.
Damn it. I watch it. Then Dave puts such a urgency, like, oh, I got to get it. So I was watching one episode in the beginning. Mentally, I forgot that I ordered, and then 2 weeks later, or whatever, hey, coming up last week, get your order in, and it's like, son of a bitch. So my package comes, and sure as shit, I ordered 2 of the card packages. So I was like, oh, no wonder. Yeah. I don't
See,
know.
and I was able to take last month off because I had ordered the meatball pack back in January,
Mhm.
and that had the Cigar Authority card in it as well. So I was able to take this last month off. So that's funny.
Well,
I
look at
didn't
you.
buy one, and you bought two.
I got two. So, good. He can make his margins this month then.
There you
So,
go. Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh
I
gosh,
tell you though, it's like, oh, you're such an idiot, But
dude.
that is a good deal I can wait for the cigars. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, the Chef Rick. And then they have that mystery cigar now.
Yeah.
You can add on for $10 or whatever. I don't think I have smoked my June or July yet. So I gotta go back and the first month I think was May, and that was the Fioritago one.
Well, you
So
still got to go back. You got to smoke it before you look at what it is, though,
I know.
because that's the whole
I,
point. I mean,
I,
because
I
I
tried
assume they tell
guessing.
you, they do tell you what it is, right?
Yeah, they send an email later and saying, "Oh, here's
Oh,
the link." Once you buy it. So
yeah.
I think Ed Santa Maria sends them. So, anyways, I got that sitting, and so one day when I sit down and I like playing that little game.
Yeah, no, it's fun. I
Yeah.
try to do that with the stars reviews, and I've gotten a couple right, but man, I've got quite a few wrong. There was one recently that I would have put money down that it was the Charter Oak, Connecticut, and it ended up being what was it? I know it. I didn't think that I'd ever smoked it. That's the funny thing. I was talking to somebody on one of the Zoom herfs about it, and they mentioned it, and I was like, I've never smoked that before. And come to find out, I'd smoked two of them. It was the
Oh,
Rojas Quiet Morning,
okay.
and I had not. So I hadn't smoked one with the band, but evidently I smoked
You
two of
did.
them. So, but I would have put money down that was a Foundation Charter Oak, Connecticut.
Oh, it's a Connecticut, right?
Exactly, and it had that kind of like unfinished foot,
Oh,
which
you
that
love
was.
those, don't you?
Oh, hey, I'm a big fan. But that's the thing is that's what threw me off. I saw that and I was like, oh, dude. I even went inside and grabbed a Charter Oak Connecticut Robusto and smoked them and I'm like totally the same. So no disrespect to Rojas because I like a lot of like the Blue Bonnet's an amazing, especially in the Lancero.
Yep.
I don't promote a lot of Lanceros, but man, that Blue Bonnet Lancero is lights out. But let me tell you, the Quiet Morning, for what it's worth to me, you can get the Foundation Charter Oak Connecticut, be okay. But anyway,
Yeah.
that was a unintended stray bullet at Rojas there. I didn't mean to do that, but
Well, I mean, they have enough variety to everybody. So right now they're really
exactly.
pushing the street tacos and
Mm.
what was the other one that I'm thinking black or
He does
not
that
black.
Mardi Gras one at Mardi Gras time.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
So I find their niche. I mean,
Those
there's a lot of
street
smaller gauges, but they had one that was a little bit bigger. I don't know if it was like a 50, but anyways, they have good stuff.
They do. They do. That's the thing. You're right. Street tacos, great cigars.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they and it's not that I gave the Quiet Morning a bad score. I don't remember off the top of my head what I gave it, but it's just I it was what it was. Anyway, we'll move on from that. Yeah, Rocky Mountain Cigar Festival. So all right. So
Yeah.
they moved it.
They moved it up
when
there.
you go to this thing, what is it like?
Well, it's funny because they open up like at 9 or 10. You could go and get your bag. You don't have to go trick or treating or anything. You just get your bag of cigars.
Has it always been like that?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And then they have different entry times. VIPs can go in an hour before. So it starts at high noon, where the general unwashed masses can go in, but the VIPs they have their own like little covered sitting area with tables and everything. So they can go in at 11. But we got there, I don't know, I think it was around 10 10 o'clock or whatever, and we just went, got our bags, found a place in the shade, and sat down and looked through your trick or treat candy, and
Yeah.
see what
Yeah.
cigars you got and everything, and just kind of hung out there. And then we let everyone go in, and then we worked our way in. So they had I think 3 or 4 tiers of vendors. There was like 62 cigar vendors or manufacturers there. So so we each got, me and Marlene each got a bag of 62 cigars. So that was
Not bad at
great
all
right
right
off the bat.
there.
No, and the price was $225.
Okay.
So if you figure a box of cigars these days, I'd say on average is $200. I mean, you tripled your value right there.
Right there.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, and then they give you like a little. Oh, I thought I had it out here. They give you a water bottle because it is hot. It's summertime, and in Wyoming, so it was
Yeah.
like 90 degrees, but there was a nice little breeze. It wasn't too, it was comfortable. But people in the sun, they gave you a water bottle and had water fill stations, and then there was, oh God, about 20 different whiskey, beer distributors. So you had tickets.
Okay.
I think you could go get samples of whiskey or whatever you want from these different manufacturers, and then you also got a meal ticket. So at any time you can go, and they had pulled pork, pulled chicken, you know cookies. They had like a little buffet thing going through, and
That's
just
nice.
grab what you want. So for value, yeah, not it was funny afterwards. We're sitting there, ranking the cigar festivals, where that fell in and everything. And Marlene goes, she goes, I like Pulpit Fest. It's
Yes.
smaller in size. Yep. Well, you figure you got. I think usually they get about 1,700 people at this Rocky Mountain
Oh, yeah.
festival. This year, I think it was down a little bit just because it was, change of location, all that stuff. But still, there was like 1,500 people. So, you know, but it was so
Well,
spread out. It wasn't like crowded, bumping into people. I mean, some of the
yeah.
booths were a little bit more busier, but they all had time for you. And you kind of work your way through. And my intention was, okay, I'm not, unless it's a really good deal, I'm not going to be buying anything. And
Yeah.
sure as shit, you're going through, and it's like, oh, that is a good price. Oh,
There's a good
yeah,
deal.
you're
Yeah.
you're having a nice conversation with somebody, and it's like, oh yeah, let me get this. It's like next thing there goes your cigar budget.
No, that dude, that sounds really fun. I mean, the crowd size does sound a little intimidating to me. I know I'm not the biggest fan of giant crowds,
Mhm.
but yeah, I guess if it's spread out like that, then maybe it's not condensed, which that's good. Um, Interesting though. Yeah. Now, so you're thinking the change in venue caused some of the decrease. I, I I'll be honest. My first thought, with you saying that is, oh, people just don't have as much money, this year as perhaps in previous years, and so, economy being what it is, maybe that might have caused it. But perhaps because there is something to be said. I mean, it's not like it was that terribly far of a change in venue from what
No,
you're
it's
saying,
basically
but
2 hours from where it is. But I
yeah,
was just talking to different people. It was a change up a little bit, like people from Wyoming that didn't go down to Denver,
yeah,
a lot more of those people,
I could see
uh,
that.
so it was, anytime you kind of mix it up a little bit, you're going to have
It
that
opened it up
growing
to
thing
yeah. Well, and
and the unknown.
I do kind of understand to a degree because so here in the St. Louis area, what's really odd, Illinois people, like on my side of the river, we go over to Missouri all the time. We have no problem whatsoever going over to Missouri, doing stuff over there, going to events, going to attractions, whatever. We go over to Missouri all the time. But when you talk to Missouri people, they're like, "Why do I need to go to Illinois?" Like nobody comes east. Everybody goes west.
Yep.
And it's this weird thing that if I were to host a not me, but if someone were to host a big event
then they would put it in Missouri because otherwise you're not going to get the Missouri people crossing over. It's the weirdest freaking thing. So maybe that was a little bit of a play too. You had all these Colorado people that were like, I'm going to go to Wyoming, or vice versa.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it was a very good selection of manufacturers across the board. And yeah, I don't know. It could be the economics too, that people didn't want that outlay. But looking around, people weren't holding back on buying, because it's probably cheaper than getting it in Denver or in Colorado, So
that's true. And let's be real. If somebody's already put forth the effort and the money to get to the event, they're going to go ahead and buy some stuff. It's not, you're not going and doing, well, I got my goodie bag of 62 free cigars. Now I'm calling it a day. It's like you're going to go around and do some shopping.
Yeah, do some shopping and just hanging out. That's the big thing. We, in our little area there, we, started talking. The guy was a cop, retired cop from Cheyenne. Talked with him for a while. A couple other people. It's the community. Just visiting and meeting new people, and you really don't have. I mean, there's always the dicks, but you don't. They don't gravitate, or they're getting bombed, on their own, or with their group and that. But it was just it was a good thing. But the one thing that we do, what I like about Pulpit Fest, and that's what me and Marlene were debating back and forth. Like, we go to the Great Smoke, we know a ton of people, so you have those people. Pulpit Fest, you get to know all these people, and get to visit them, and you see them, and it's like
New England Expo. I mean,
Yep. Yeah. Same with the expo. Yeah. So you have all that. So you have that, but because it's mostly, I guess, West Coast people, I'm not connected with them. I mean, we had one friend that we know from the Florida event. He came up and introduced. They have a cigar club, and so there must have been, I don't know, 15, 20 of them. So we got to know them and talk with them. But besides that, really didn't know a whole lot of people besides some of the dojo guys and the manufacturers and stuff. So, but yeah.
Wow.
So looking back, for next year, would you go back? Yeah, probably. Just kind of looking at the dates and everything, when it's going to be. It'd be worthwhile for your dollar average. We wouldn't stay in the same hotel. I know that. We're looking, and hotels are very expensive.
They are
around events, and it's like, oh, do we want to see? We need it for at least 2 nights. Do we want to pay $600 for a hotel? So I found this historic hotel downtown. I didn't realize it was haunted and all that other good stuff, but it was a little
awesome.
Dicey, I guess. Yeah. She wasn't too thrilled. I think she has some phantom bed bugs or something now, but
well, that's a problem. You don't want that, but
yeah.
Well, I will say, if you make it over to Louisville, I stayed at a hotel just up the road from the Louisville Cigar Company. It was a 3-minute walk from my hotel to their place. And the Myriad Hotel, it's a old disco ball factory that they've converted into a hotel, and it's got that quirky, trippy kind of thing going on. But the only thing that I'll say about that was the outside, it's a party street. So at night, it was a little loud, and I was concerned that it was going to be a problem. That wasn't my problem. My problem was the air conditioner started making noise about 5:30, 5:45 in the morning. And that woke me up. No, that was the end of me there. But it was a interesting little hotel, and it was different. So, for what it's worth, I know you were interested in going by and checking out Josh's place. If you do that, that's actually a pretty interesting little hotel. and it's super close, and there's tons of restaurants all along that street to hit up. So
Okay.
for what it's worth, it's not a bad little hotel to stay at.
Okay. Well, because Louisville they created the disco ball and manufactured all the disco balls there.
Well, that would explain this. I mean,
Yep.
I saw a plaque talking about how this was an old disco ball factory, and I'm like, really? That's an interesting little twist. I didn't think that would be, but I guess they had to make them somewhere. So I guess a factory is what you do. But yeah, it was different. So,
yeah. When we
so maybe it was haunted by old disco, dancers.
Yes.
Yeah. The ghost comes in your room, and yeah, exactly. Anyway, I'm sorry, I cut you off. What?
Oh no! I was just getting back to the trip in the beginning.
Yeah,
it's like, we'll just go out Friday, do the pre-parties and that, and then have the event, and then we'll go back Sunday. And it's like, let's spread it out a little bit. So I found in Denver when we flew in, there was a '80s, not tribute band, but the actual people at the amphitheater there. So we got tickets and went and saw Howard Jones, Wang Chung. Who else was there? English Beat and Modern English. So that kind of added a little something to it. So it was not really expensive or anything, but it was fun to go. I'm the '80s kid, so
yeah,
it was just
and everybody
remembering the old band.
Night.
So we went to that. Everyone Wang Chunged.
Everyone.
Yes.
There you go.
And then
that's cool.
The one. Yeah, and then what was it? Modern English. I'll stop the world and melt with you.
Yep.
I'll stop the world. Anyways, that was me and Marlene's wedding song. So it was kind of a tie-in. You're romantic in me.
Exactly. That's why she keeps you around.
Yeah, that's right.
What sure as shit is the fact that you buy her cigars and let her smoke them, because she's always talking about how you took those late hours.
Oh God. So. I think she still has 2 or 3 of the late hours in there. But one of the vendors when we were there that we met at PCA Apostate, the Mormon guys. Anyways,
ex-Mormon.
She fell in love. They gave her
Apostate.
Yes, they gave her the. It was like a little short Puro cigar and everything. It was the right size. She liked the flavor and everything. So I was just buying their little variety pack, a little 10-pack, and she goes, "Oh, buy me a box of these 100 cigars." And I'm like, "Okay, all right." And it's like, okay, she's smoking more, so I'm like, "Okay, we'll get it." But it was cool packaging and everything, so they did a cool little job. So, anyways, and they're like, "Well, thank you."
And for anybody listening that's hearing this and thinking like, holy shit, a box of 100 cigars, what did that run? These are little, like, maybe cigarello size,
yeah.
But they're very thin.
Yeah, like a I don't know, 28. They're very small.
Yeah, very, very small. So they're little quick smokes.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you buy a box, obviously 100 sounds like a lot, but when you take into account their size, it actually is reasonable.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I wasn't like, I bought 100 cigars. No, they're cigarello size. So, and those are her cigars. I got them in the humidor for her, so she'll be happy.
There you go. So what all did you see? Who all did you see and talk to?
Yeah. So Friday you go up there. The Cigar Dojo. They have that. Podcast, and then they have the app where you can get points for smoking cigars and everything. They have different black belt, all that stuff. Anyways, they had I think it's called Ducello. I don't know. I don't listen enough to really know it, but I think it's Ducello. They had it at one of the smoker friendly lounges, and they had food. And so we were outside. It was crowded and everything, and they launched their new Agrinosa leaf cigar, crispy. I forgot what it's called. Anyways, it'll be coming out. It's they had their launch party for it, and along with Agrinosa. But anyways, we're outside. They had a big area outside. They had a mobile lounge out there, and then people. That's one thing for this event. You need seating is at a premium. So people bring their own like bag chairs. So we're
Okay.
there, and next door is like a Dick's and that. And she goes, I'm going to go buy some chairs. And I'm like, oh, it just seems like a waste. But for the sake of $15, she went over there and got a couple chairs. So we used those all weekend and everything. So that worked out good. And we hung out there. That got done around 6 or 7. And then there was another pre-party at the event where what was it? Drew States and Rocky Patel were putting it on. They had a DJ, tables, and you got some cigars and everything when you went in. So that was good. And just visited.
A Drew Estate party with a DJ?
Yeah. You know what?
Who would have thought that they would have a DJ?
But I think it had some Rocky Patel influence in there because they were playing country music. They were playing classic rock. I mean, they had a really nice variety where people were actually enjoying it. And we made a comment like, oh, they got the demographics here, you know? Yeah.
All right.
So, yeah.
So they had a smart DJ is what you're saying.
Yes.
There you go.
But it was like, oh, that's a good, and they mixed it up with different songs. And I mean, we stayed there for quite a while. And what's his name? Pedro was the main host.
Okay.
He was handing out their cigars. They had a special, I don't know, I guess it's a Undercrown event only cigar that they gave out. So, which was better. Undercrown sometimes has that, I don't know, fake chemical taste.
Metallic kind of, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they have that, but this was more natural, and it was like, oh, this is enjoyable. And then the other cigar they gave out was Hera Esteli cigar. It was the natural, so we got those.
The white band, the Habano Herrera Esteli is one of. I really like that cigar. My only issue with it is 1 out of every 4 that I smoke tends to have issues. It either has a plug or a wonky burn to where like I get little like the hot spots that develop. You know what I mean? It's like, or it doesn't want to burn right or something like that. But I enjoy that cigar so much when it does burn right that I keep going back to it, knowing full well, okay, this could be the one. But if it's not, you're gonna have a great time, So yeah.
Some of the guys. Oh, so we were at the dojo event at the Smoker Friendly. Anyways, I bought it, not thinking, okay, these just came off the ship. They haven't had time to sit or anything. That thing, it was like smoking a Connecticut cigar in the wintertime. It was just blowing up. It was just a hot mess. So
you need glue.
No, the glue wouldn't have helped. It was like
blowing up that bad.
It was bad. One of my buddies that I know, and he's like, "You're really having a hard time with that." It's like, yes, I am. So,
well, that sucks.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but anyways, I threw them in the humidor, and I'll let them sit for a month or so to get.
Let them get acclimated. There you go.
Yeah. Then I also ran into I think he has he's Smoke on the Water down in West End. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. He was at our hotel at PCA.
Exactly.
Yeah, I
ran
can't
into
remember.
him. I didn't recognize him at first because he had a cowboy hat on. Puerto Rican cowboy.
Well, and also it's one of those things where like you're seeing him out of his like normal habitat.
Yep.
That's my problem. When I see somebody that I know, but I see them in a place that I don't expect to see them, my brain does not make the 2 and 2 connection to be able to say, oh, that's blah, blah, blah. It's like, it takes me a minute. And so somebody like that for sure, I would have been like, who are you? Oh, well, we met at I was like, shit, sorry,
Yeah. Well, because now I'm drawing a blank on it because it popped in my head, which is I'm good at recognizing people, but the hat threw me off. But the accent, and it's like, oh, that sounds like that guy. I'm like, are you from Smoke on the Water? And he's like, yeah. And I go, oh, we were at PC, then we connected and everything. And he has a new house cigar out also, which was really, really good. I'm probably going to end up buying a bundle or something. I think they're 10 packs, but anyways, I ended up going back to that cigar a couple times that night. So it was
that's good.
Yeah, it was good to see him.
You know, I'm pleased to hear that maybe it's just total anecdotal. I don't know. But I feel like maybe some more lounges are getting into the house cigar game than before. And I think they're doing, maybe not all of them, but the ones that do it right, I think it can be a real benefit to their business because, if you go to a company and you're like, oh, I want a house cigar. And they're like, all right, well, we got this one. We could put your band on it, blah, blah, blah. They're like, okay, fine, whatever. That's one way of doing it. But to be honest, that's the lazy way of doing it. Whereas if you actually take the time to really work with somebody to come up with a good house blend cigar, man, you are the only person that has that thing and likely at a decent price to where you could be selling the shit out of that. And it's just money in your pocket. So I like the fact that it seems like retailers are starting to at least consider that and open themselves up to that a little bit.
And he actually blended it himself.
Okay.
So yeah. I mean, and he has a very similar palate to what I like. So I guess that's why it was like, oh, this is really good, So.
Yeah. Well, good. So okay, so Friday there's a lot of parties. So then Saturday is the main big day.
The main event, like I said, we got there at 10 and just found a place in a group of trees popped up. I went over. It was a really easy process. He's like, okay, here's your ticket, here's your ID, here's your bag of stuff, here's your water bottle, here's your booklet for tickets for drinks and for the dinner. And we just popped in and we let everyone go in, and we just went to the furthest point. Oh, they also give you, Drew State had Rocky Mountain Cigar Festival sponsored T-shirts. So we went there first because they run out all the time. So there's been a couple of years that oh, can I have a double extra large? Oh, those are all gone. It's like okay, but there was plenty this year, so we got our.
I never understand why cigar manufacturers, when they're doing shirts for an event, stock up on the bigger sizes. Look at just go in any cigar lounge and look at who's chilling out there. You're going to need bigger sizes, there's no good reason. I mean, you can have a couple maybe, but there's no good reason for you to have an excess amount of, realistically, I'd say small, medium, or large. You should probably be starting at extra large and moving up, And,
exactly.
And by God, I don't need it now, thank God. But have the big sizes, because there's some big guys that like cigars that go to this shit. It's like, a double extra large isn't going to take care of those guys, So,
I got the double extra large, and he goes, they run, they run small. And
they
I'm like,
debating. Small. Yeah.
And that's the worst part, getting a belly button shirt, But anyways, we got
or the one that it technically fits unless you raise your arms, and then at that point now you got undergut showing. And undergut is probably one of the, I hate it so much. I go out of my way. I buy talls for everything if I can because I want to. I find it to be one of the most disgusting things when I see somebody out in public and they've got undergut either showing or when I just am like, whoa, it bothers me immensely. More so than even seeing ass crack, sometimes you see somebody and you're like, pull up your damn pants. You got ass crack. For whatever reason, that I don't like that, but undergut really bothers me. And so I go out of my way to avoid that. So yes, I totally get what you're saying.
So we worked through the crowds and everything. Oh, they had two kind of one of the very popular things was Drew State had a learn to roll. So kind of like they do. Anyways, and Pedro was running that event, I guess. They had different groups every half an hour and everything. We didn't do it. We just kind of watched. And one guy, which we learned from, what was it, from Ybor City and everything. So I was kind of helping one guy. Okay, put some pectin here. Okay, roll it, twist it, and
Yeah.
everything. So they didn't do any capping or anything, but they did, just the twist tops and that. So, but anyways, it was that was a new event that they haven't had before. I don't think we didn't
That's
go
pretty
last
cool.
year's, but yeah. And then they had bull riding, mechanical bull.
Okay.
So
Yeah. Did you
yeah,
last your 8 seconds?
if you could do that, I guess. And then whoever stayed on the longest won a trip. What is it? Casa de Campo. That's where they
Okay.
do cigar. Yeah, that's the host resort for the Dominican Republic. Is it Puro Sabor? No, it's the other one.
Yeah,
Anyway, the
Puro Sabor's
Dominican one.
Nicaragua,
They
but
do
it's the
that
Dominican Cigar Festival.
Dominican one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So last year they started a 3-day cigar festival, high end type thing. So
Okay.
the winner got a trip there. So it was a nice prize anyways. And they had a ton of other prizes with raffle. Each booth had if you bought something, you got an additional raffle ticket, and then you put down your phone number. You didn't have to wait for them to call your name. They just sent you a text and you go pick up your stuff. So they
That's
had
cool.
signs, Yeti coolers, humidors, boxes of cigar, just everything that they're giving away. So at least, I don't know. So they had at least 80 prizes. Didn't win anything, but didn't get a text. But some people got signs and different things. So seeing them
It's just
walking
more
around.
shit for you to have to try to figure out how to fly home.
Mhm.
That's kind of the way I look at it. It's like,
Well,
yeah, I don't know.
well,
Because
it was funny because my suitcase, I, I pack minimal. I'm a guy. I don't need 4
yeah,
pairs of shoes or anything
yeah,
like that. So
I
my
do a carry-on.
suitcase, I carry on. I had about
Yeah.
a quarter. Everything's kind of squished in there. Anyways,
Okay.
I end up checking it because the things with the lighters, even though it's new in a box, I got some of that from buying stuff, and I just packed it. That was packed up, so it worked
Yeah.
out good. And then you're trying to get shit home. I'm like, should we just give these chairs away? I'm like, no, let's. I get free bags, so we just put the bag tag around the chairs and had them sent back. So
I was wondering what you did with the chairs. I actually was.
Mhm.
I was sitting here thinking, like, did you abandon the chairs? Did you give the chairs away? What did you do with the chairs? But okay, now I know you
Yeah.
took the chairs.
Yeah, took the shares back with me. So one made it, the other didn't, and I haven't. It's one of those things. It's a $12 chair. How much effort do you want to? But we got one back.
Lost to the luggage gods.
Yes, it's probably sitting someplace. I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah, there's probably some dude on a tarmac somewhere that's like been throwing bags all day. That's like, now I got a place to sit down for a minute.
I know.
Yeah,
Yeah, this guy ain't
yeah.
getting this back. Speaking of the tarmac, did you see the video the other day of 2 ramp agents getting in a fight outside of a plane?
No, but I
Just,
need to look
just a
that up.
Yeah, it was like a throwdown fight. Yeah, I just saw a quick little,
That's
I
awesome.
don't know, meme or reel on it the other day. So
See, why don't I ever see shit like that when I'm at the airport?
yeah.
Uh, uh,
What are you thinking of this,
uh,
the Chef Rick?
Dude, it's good. So I don't know, maybe just about done with the first third. And I did a retro hail just a minute ago, and boy, that's got some oomph to it.
Big boof. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, but it's good. It's been nice and easy, and I admittedly been paying too much attention to flavor notes and everything, but
Yeah, I
no,
mean it's been pretty consistent. The beginning was a little bit
yeah,
stronger. The
yeah,
middle, I'm probably in the second third right now, but
yeah.
a lot of like, I don't want to say baker spice. I don't know why that's sticking in my head, but it's a nice flavor.
God, yeah, that pepper really hits you on that retro hail though. It just
Yeah.
that's where it's at. It's similar. The devil crab was another one. You got a
Yep.
little bit of pepper on the smoking experience, but the retro hail was where the pepper in the devil crab really comes in to hit you. This is very similar to that, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
very reminiscent a little bit of that double crab.
but I mean, if it's all part of the same kind of like series, then it would make sense that you would have some sort of like kind of carryover. And hell, the filler is all Nicaraguan, so I guess that would also play into it too.
Yeah.
So
I think the Bolche was my least. I mean, it was good
of
but
the three, yes,
at least, yeah, yep,
yeah.
and yeah.
Part
Right
of
now,
that I feel like was the size, because correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't that a 6x60?
mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's huge.
which is not my preferred size. Although, in all fairness, the devil crab, that Vitola, a little, kind of double perfecto or whatever, that typically is not my favorite either. But that one, once it gets going, man, it's so good. This one, he actually just did a straight Toro, which is kind of exactly what I want. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I still say if he were to, and maybe he did, I don't know. But if he were to put the devil crab into a straight Toro, I'd be all into trying that.
That would be, yeah.
But maybe it wouldn't smoke the same. Maybe you need that little nipple
The
that
tapering?
that opens up and everything. I don't know. Perhaps. Well, we can ask him at Pulpit Fest.
Exactly. So,
My God.
so Rick was there at the Rocky Mountain Cigar Festival, and I came up to him. His deal. He had some of the boxes, and then you could build your own, and that's why I was suggesting, because I got a whole bunch of the barbershop cigars with the 10-pack, and I go, hey, looking forward to seeing you, at Pulpit Fest. He goes, oh yeah. So we get in a whole big conversation regarding.
I'm just glad he remembered he's coming.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, you should be honored that he's coming, because he's backing down big time on doing like events and everything. They hired a new, I don't know if he's a national sales rep or what, but anyway, I met him briefly, but yeah, he's cutting down.
Is his name Gabe? I've seen posts on Instagram with the two of them traveling. I could be wrong. For whatever reason, Gabe is sticking in my mind as like the name, but
we'll call him Gabe.
I could be way wrong. If you're not Gabe, I'm sorry, but for the purposes of this conversation, you are now Gabe. So
he is Gabe for right now until we get his real name.
Yeah, I guess I could actually.
I mean, well, that wouldn't be interesting,
Yeah, no, we'd much rather just just call this guy whatever. But oh Lord. Okay, here we are. No, that would not be what I'm looking for. All right, I'm on there. Maybe it's not. All right, I think I need to look on Rick's Instagram here. I'm looking at West Tampa Tobacco, and I don't think that is giving me. Here we go. West Tampa Rick. Here we go. All right, now we got travel pictures. Great trip.
It was him in the airport with that guy. Take a look at the picture. They're in Detroit, Denver Airport.
Yeah,
who's that guy?
Dang it!
Come on, it wasn't that long ago,
dude. I know. I'm looking, but like, there's one picture of them. This is so thrilling for everybody. They're on their way to Kansas City, and like, but the only thing tagged is West Tampa, and the caption. First trip. Finally, somebody I can travel with that knows what he's doing. We're on our way to Kansas City. He's done with training and knows his shit. But like, it doesn't say what his name is. It doesn't. Oh! In the comments, congratulations, Gabe.
Gabe, nice.
It was Gabe. All right. Oh Lord.
Gabe is a nice guy. I talked to him just briefly, but I was just shooting the shit with Rick. Ask his daughter. You're good
Sarah.
at me. What's that?
Sarah.
And it's like, hey, what's up with Sarah? Sarah's moving back down to Florida. I go, okay. I thought she was going to kind of be your sidekick and everything, and I guess she doesn't want to do that. She doesn't know what she wants to do yet. So that's where Gabe comes in. That he's going to be more the front guy, and so getting back to the original part, Rick's only going to be doing select events.
Yeah.
in person. So we're very lucky to have him. So he's going to be doing the dinner. So I'm looking forward to
Yeah.
that.
No.
And then we talked a little bit about the marketing, and I'm like, hey, I'm really glad that you didn't come out with a 50 count box of the Chef Rick's. And he goes, well, we switched, the double crab too. I go, great move. He'll probably sell a
Yeah.
whole lot more. I go, the
Isn't
50 count's great for the store, to have it, on display and everything. But
100%. Yeah.
yeah, the smaller boxes will sell because price point, you're not paying, 400, $500 for a box,
Did they not do a 50 count box of the Chef Rick's?
I don't think so. I think he said he goes, yeah, we learned our lesson and we went more quickly. They might have did in the 50, but
I would say Half Wheel is reporting that it was limited to 1,000 boxes of 50 cigars.
oh, they had
I
a
don't know.
smaller box there.
Well, all right then. There you go.
Okay.
Well,
So-
hey, that's smart. Smaller boxes are good for consumers. If you're selling to consumers, 20 or less is probably the ideal way of doing that. Retailers, yeah, you can hit them with a 50 count box because they'll burn, it's less purchase and, they can blow through that over time,
Yeah.
Um, Granted, if I had the disposable income, I would totally buy a 50 count box of those devil crabs, but I don't have that kind of income sitting around to do
Yeah.
that.
I mean, it's funny how you'll buy all these 10 packs, that it come up.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
it's a variety. Do you want to have steak every day, or do you
Well,
want to,
and also, let's be real, it's a lot easier for somebody to come up with, okay, I can come up with $50, or I can come up with, yeah, I mean, when you're getting a $90, might be pushing it, but whatever. But to say, oh, I'm going to come up with $500 or whatever the box of 50 runs, it's suddenly like, okay, that's a little bit more of a chunk to try and pull out of the budget. You can drive a little less and over the course of the month have one less tank of gas, and you can come up with the $50-$60 for a 10 pack, but it's a little bit harder to be like, oh yeah, $500, got that.
Yeah. Oh, did you ever hear?
In my poor world of being a newspaper owner,
Yes, the paper boy.
Yeah.
What did Ash and Ale? Did he place an order, or is he?
Yeah.
Or is that going to be right beforehand?
No, Ash and Ale already has West Tampa Tobacco in stock. They've got, I know he's got the Devil Crab and the Black because I smoked both of those, but I think he's also got some other. They were out of the red at the time that he placed the order, so but he is planning on bringing the red into the store, and I think he might have some of the white. But
okay,
yeah,
that's good. I'm glad.
Yep. So yeah,
that those are. Well, I mean, he's sponsoring the dinner sponsor or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
He's stuff there, but.
Yeah, so it'll be a good time. We're gonna have fun.
Oh yeah, just already working on the budget. It's like, okay, which Villigers, which Aladino, West Tampa, spread the love.
Spread, yeah, exactly. But and I will say that is the hard thing for manufacturers when they're considering events. For example, you're saying there were 62, 63 manufacturers of this thing. That's the whole thing, is that I know from conversations with these manufacturers that when they're looking at an event, they're like, oh shit, we're going to be one of 62 freaking vendors there. It's like, what's the ROI on participating and everything, because you got to have something that really stands out that a lot of people want in order to generate the sales that you want as the manufacturer to justify going out and spending the money to do that.
Yeah. Well, you got the staff that you're paying, your salespeople.
Yeah.
And the nice thing about the festival itself was, they had all price points. They had 5 packs. They had 10 packs, boxes. So
which is totally the way to do it.
You have to.
Yeah.
Especially some of the new brands. So one of them that caught my eye was, there's a new one called Hustler. with the magazine Hustler.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they
I
have
didn't. I didn't
a
know that. Okay, all right. I didn't
yeah.
know
I
that
don't
was a
know if
thing.
he's just paying a royalty or what. So, anyways, so I came across the cigar right away. So I started smoking it. It's like it's a box press. So I know you don't like, and it was a little bit bigger ring gauge, and it was actually a decent cigar. So it's like they're trying to sell the boxes, and I'm like, just give me a 5-pack, just to get it. So that was an easy sale for him.
I just Googled. I didn't know if Larry Flynn had died. I guess he died in 2021. So
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
So I was like, is
So,
Larry Flint in the cigar business now? But
oh
okay.
no, I
He's
think
not in
they.
any business anymore. So
Yeah, I didn't get into. I mean, imagine they have a corporate. It's like KFC, the Colonel.
yeah.
It'd be like his selling his image and his name. But anyways, the cigar was decent, so
Well,
I
there
ended
you
up
go.
getting a 5-pack of that. Who else? Island Jim. I like the guy.
He's a good dude. Yeah.
He is. And it was funny because we're walking by and and Marlene started talking to him like, "Hey, we're going to be down in St. Augustine. We love Barrel and Beam. Down
Leaf and
or
me. Leaf and
Leaf and
me.
Beam,
Yeah.
Leaf and Beam. That and so, anyways, so just talking. It's like, okay, give me a bundle of. I ended up getting Oscar's Corojo. So I got a pack of that. It's
Yeah.
just people that I don't know. You have that connection,
Yep.
and it's like okay, support them.
Every time I go to Leaf and Bean, I always have to buy the Nick and Jim, since I'm Nick and my dad's name is Jim. And it's
Oh,
like
okay.
it's the Nick and Jim. Whatever. Now, it obviously is not for us. It was Island Jim and some guy named Nick that did it. But I just, it's too perfect for me not to go ahead and just get some because,
Yeah.
why not? But that's the only place I ever see it is Leaf and Bean. So
So
I
I
don't,
wonder if that's like
whatever.
their house blend, maybe.
One of them.
Yeah,
It's
maybe.
something that Jim put together and sells at his
Huh.
shop.
I
So
have never had. Is it decent or
yeah, it's not
okay?
bad. And
Yeah.
I don't feel like it's like ridiculously expensive. I mean, maybe 11, $12, something like that. But
Okay.
like, yeah. So
Nowadays that $10 price point is sweet. You know.
100%. If you can get something at a $10 price point that smokes well and tastes good, I'm all in for that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
you get it even lower. I mean, that's even better. But,
Yeah.
that's not
Yeah.
easy. So,
No, but I
um,
mean, you think. I mean, I'm famous, for my under 10 is McAuliffe. You always
mhm.
go with that. And it's funny because I have what was it, the new silver? I forgot which one it was. But anyways,
Oh, the color series,
color, yeah, the
the
blend in
budget.
that.
Yeah,
Yep,
this guy. I got the band sitting here.
nice,
Yeah, I smoked one of those the other night. Actually, I added a bundle of those to my show pack.
nice. Free shipping.
1 month back. Was it last month or month? I don't remember. Whatever. I ordered a bundle of those because it was the same month you ordered a bundle of those. Whatever
Yeah,
month that was.
I
Then
don't know. Is it June, May? I don't know.
something like that. Yeah, doesn't matter.
So
Um,
we got back. I'm trying to put the cigars in my cabinet humidor, and
yeah,
she goes,
that's always the hardest part.
"Oh, I mean, you figure we got, I don't know, between the two of us, 120. Yeah, I'm not counting that box of 100,
Yeah.
but yeah, the other one. So I mean, you got 250, cigars, and I'm trying to. She goes, "This weekend, your job is to get this shit organized." It's
You
like,
know, that's a hell of a job, man. I will
I
say,
know.
that's how I always ended up with another Tupper door because it would be one of those things that I'd get back from something and I would have a bunch of cigars, and it was easier for me just to go to the store and get a Tupperware and throw a Bogota pack in that, and just I'll keep it fresh in there until I get it, sorted in with everything else. And then
Yeah,
before long, I've got like 3 of these tubs stacked up from PCAs, TPEs, different events all over the freaking place, show packs, this, that, expos. And I'm like, oh fuck, I got all these and I gotta figure and yeah, it's an ongoing process.
let me ask you on the
It's such a
Tupperdoors.
first world problem to be
I know.
complaining about having
Where do I
too
put
many
my
cigars.
cigars?
Where do I
Where's my
put my
precious?
mountain of cigars? Lay them out on the floor and swim in them like Scrooge McDuck, you know? It's like,
Yes.
oh my God. Anyway,
On your Tupperdour
yeah,
things. So do you do the locking side ones or
yeah,
just the
yeah.
Rubbermaid? Okay.
No, I get the kind with the little locking handles,
Okay.
the airtight, watertight ones, because
Oh, yeah.
you know, I mean, it's like a humidor. You don't want, that, um, but it worked. They work fine. I know some. Look, are they the most aesthetically pleasing? No. Are they probably the best storage method for people to use? No. But they do the job fine, and that's all that matters to me, is that my cigars are at least taken care of in the baseline possible way,
Yeah. I, I'm about to break down to do it just for the organizational transition period. Because right now, because our humidity is already, it's at 70 during the summertime. Wintertime, I worry about it more because it
Yes.
gets so dry.
Yeah.
But right now, I got a box of the Independence firecrackers. I just have them sitting out along with a box of the United cigars,
Yeah, 100%, dude. My cabinet humidor, the Oasis in there, has been running so much less
Yeah.
this summer than it had in the wintertime. In the wintertime, I mean, I was having to check it twice a week to see what the water and the beads and everything were like and make sure it was, properly humidified. But this summer, I don't know if I've had to add water to that thing in the last month. I mean, quite frankly,
Yeah.
it's been just so humid. And every time I walk by, I check the little gauge, and it's always 67, whatever. And hell, I don't even keep it at that. Like, I have it set for lower,
Yeah.
but just the ambient humidity in the air is ticking it up. So the thing never kicks on. It just doesn't have to.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, when I had the door open, it kicked on, the other day. But I mean, I checked the water in it. I maybe put 4 ounces of water in it and kind of took my hand and mixed the beads up a little bit. But the beads were all still wet. I mean, it was like perfect, but it just added a little bit, just
to feel like you were maintaining it.
exactly. I
You
did
had
my
to
effort.
feel like you were doing something. You couldn't just leave it.
No, yeah, you went through the effort of taking it out and opening it. Yeah, I'm putting water in it.
I get it. But yeah, I mean, the Tupper doors, man, like, if you get like the big one, like I've got like three of the like relatively bigger tubs, and Bovida sells those packs that are like in the cardboard sleeve, designed for like humidor. I get one of those, and I'll throw that in there, and maybe like a couple of the smaller pack, not the small little square ones, but like the rectangular ones, like two of those, and like, just as long as you're matching the humidity level, then you're fine. I mean, it's not a problem at all.
Well, even if you just threw them, you just throw them loosey goosey, just throw it in there. Yeah.
When I have the tub, I just throw the one in the cardboard on the bottom, stack up some cigars. Maybe about halfway through stacking cigars, I throw one of the packs, stack the rest of the cigars, throw one of the packs on top, seal it up, call it a day.
Do you have cedar trays in there?
In those tubs, no. But you could. See, that's the thing. Everybody's like, oh, you don't get the cedar, blah, blah, blah. You can do that. You can get cedar trays. You could get, hell, you could put all kinds of cedar and shit in there and get the aroma and flavor, I guess, if you wanted to. But no, I don't. I'm looking for pure, just making sure it stays humidified and stored properly, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. So, okay. So over the course of the day, you just go around to the different booths, say hi to everybody, buy your stuff, and that's that. So it's just a big shopping experience.
It's shopping experience. And, like I said, some of them had the additional experience on, like Drew Estates had the rolling event, Olivia, Oliva had the bull thing. And then they had like a photo booth type thing also.
Okay.
Yeah, so they just had different things. The cool thing, you know, I'm not a big drinker, and I was going to be driving, so I'm like, oh, they had iced tea, Pepsi product. Pepsi was the sponsor, so it's like
Oh,
I
that's
thought I
kind
was
of
going to
cool.
just use a drink ticket, and he goes, no, this is free. So, anyways, I got my Diet Pepsi fix, and and water, So,
That's kind of cool to have a drink sponsor.
hmm
Um,
lemonade coming.
oh, don't think for a moment that I'm not scoping out the local lemonades. I mean, would it not be cool? And I'm not saying that this is going to happen. So, every time I say something about Pulpit Fest, inevitably Trent gets on the parishioners group on Facebook and says, "Oh, Nick is going to do this for us," and blah blah blah. And I
Oh,
just
like the
wanted,
cruise.
yeah, I'm not paying for everybody to go on a fucking cruise. But uh, it's like, God, how much money do you think I have? But in terms of lemonade, if I could find a local person that makes their lemonade that could like set up and like have it, I'd be all in for that.
Yeah, there you go.
More people need to do the lemonade cigar pairings. I'm telling you, Dave's all about the milk. I am a lemonade guy. Lemonade and the cigars go together very, very well.
Mm,
So,
I
especially
know.
if you get a cigar that has citrus notes in it, I mean, I don't know any off the top of my head, but I'm sure there are some. I know there are some. I
Yeah.
just can't think it. I say this and I'm like, oh, I can't remember any off the top of my head.
No, who was it? That really picked it up. The citrus. Was it? What's his name? Omar. From Fertello. He has a cigar that has strong citrus notes. I can't remember the
Okay.
name of it, but yeah. And he's pushing that vice versa.
Espinosa's got that l'orange or whatever, the
Yep.
orange,
There you go.
and that's got obviously orange to it.
Yeah. And you wonder
So,
how much is that psychological with the orange band, but
I'm
it
sure a
does
lot
have
of it is.
citrusy.
I'm
Yeah.
sure a lot of it is,
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
there's probably an acid out there that tastes like orange juice too. I just haven't encountered it.
Yeah. Or the Toscano lemon
Oh, there
cello.
we go. We get the limoncello. Oh, now would that not be an interesting twist? We could have the limoncello paired with lemonade.
Oh God, pledge and lemonade.
It
Oh,
it's not quite pledgy.
it. I don't know. Say what you want. It's like where was that other that whiskey from Chicago? Mort's or
Malort.
Malort's. Ugh,
Oh yeah. Hmm.
that was pledge. I have never been. That
Dude,
aftertaste was the worst ever. I mean,
I will always give Fabian from uh Aganor's a shit for that. Because
I don't know why he thought it was. Well, I don't think he thought it
well,
was good.
but here's the thing. Was it Fabian or was it Terrence?
Oh, it's Fabian all the way.
I think Terrence had it, but I think Fabian's the one who's like, "We need to do it." And then
Yeah.
now Fabian was definitely the reason that we did the second shot of it.
Yes.
We did the one, and he's like, "We need to do another." And yes, he definitely was the cause of the second one. The first one, I feel like Terrence brought that up because he thought it was from St. Louis, but it's from Chicago.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's
Definitely
like, no,
Chicago.
don't blame me for this. Don't blame me for this.
No. No. That was horrible. I
Yeah.
never, ever, ever again.
God, I remember that. You and I run into the JC Newman booth to get something from their bar just to clear the taste out of our mouth. It was like,
And
we
that
don't
didn't
want
work.
any. No, it didn't. I mean, it did enough, but not fully.
I think I had my toothbrush in my backpack, and I went to the bathroom and brushed my teeth and my tongue, and it just coated it.
Look at you.
What?
Thinking ahead and bringing the toothbrush to PCA.
Yeah, just a little portable one, travel one.
You know what it was. You know what it was. You had cigar breath. You didn't smoke the right cigar.
Oh, is that what it was? Oh, what should I have smoked?
I'm not going to get into that. We're going to leave. There's a couple of people on Earth that know the joke that I just made. We're just going to let that lie. But anyway.
No, thank you. No.
Oh, Lord.
But
so you would do this again, the Rocky Mountain Cigar
yeah,
Festival?
I would definitely try to get a group or at least a couple of people that you would know, so you can have a little bit more. You could be the group,
Yeah.
because no matter what, if you don't really know them, I mean, we had some good conversations with some individuals and that were sitting by us, but you kind of miss out,
Dude, I totally get it. When I went to the Kentucky Barn Smoker in 2019, I was the only one who went. And so I didn't know anybody there. Um, and so I'm walking around this tobacco farm by myself, just doing things.
Yep.
So like I was ready to go like before it was over because
Yep.
I'd done it, I'd seen it, what do I need to hang out like all day for? I got to the Screaming Eagles cigar place for the party that night. Again, I didn't know anybody. I did my shopping. I waited. Hell, I would have left long before it was done, but I had to wait for the drawings, that Cigars for Warriors were doing because I had so many freaking raffle tickets, whatever. But that's the thing. It's like if you don't know anybody, yeah, the fun level peaks at a certain point. It's like we need to. If you have people there, then you have the conversation, you have the camaraderie, and everything else. So no, I get what you're saying.
Yeah. It was funny because I think we talked about this before, that at Kentucky Barn Smoker, I think I went that year or the year after you. Anyways, went down with a buddy from Milwaukee.
Definitely wouldn't have been the year after me because that would have been 2020, and they did not.
No.
Yeah.
So the year. Anyways, I was outside and ended up talking with Jonathan Drew's dad. What are the fish days or what? Yeah. So we were just sitting there talking antiques and everything, talking with them. And then I ran into a guy. He was from the Nashville area, but he was in like he's always a security guard for different movies that were filmed at some prison down there. The one with Robert Redford, not Fallen. Was it Fallen Castle or
The Last Castle?
The Last Castle?
The one that had Tony Soprano in it.
Exactly.
He was the warden or whatever. And
yeah. So anyways, he was in that, and I think he was an extra in like the Green Mile and that. So it was just interesting talking with him on that. And then the reason I brought that up is because Marlene, we painted the garage and redid the floor and everything, and I haven't put any of my shit back up on the walls.
Yeah.
And I came across an autographed picture of the guy. He gave me one at the end of the night.
That's too funny.
and Marlene put it in a frame and that, and I'm like, I wonder if he's still alive. It's just.
I mean, Google it. I mean, he might.
Yeah.
But, oh shit, that's too funny. Some random extra gives you a signed 8x10. That's
it was
too
just
funny.
Interesting. Just the stories, the backstories of being an extra or whatever on the set and that. But and then, speaking of stuff putting up on the walls, I have all the old Crown Heads when they used to launch a cigar. They came out with the poster. They had the Blood Medicine, Crown Heads, Marisa. They had all of them. Anyways, and I I saw the Caratoba, which is like my favorite of the Crown Heads, and it was the guy, the Oz guy, the short little
Oziger. Yeah,
Oziger. So I'm like, hey, did you do a Caratoba poster? He goes, we haven't done those in years. I go, I have them all. Just try to get one. He goes, oh, we didn't do one and all that stuff. So
it's a shame. They gotta keep that shit up. Once you start and create a series, it's like just put out a limited amount. There's got to be guys like you that have all of them that would be all in for that.
Yeah. The other thing I'm getting rid of is we're at some event. Anyways, they're giving away the Gurkha tins wall things, the ghost and
all
that, and it's like, you know what, I really don't like their cigars. I'm not going to put this back up. So I got a buddy that has an outside bar that he's putting all his cigar stuff, so I'm probably going to just end up giving it to him. Could be part of his tin roof, so
there you go. I need to clean my garage. It's one of you're talking cleaning an organization of your cigars and everything. this garage, I have been in desperate need of doing some work out here for a while, and I nobody can see it, and that's for the best. But to my right, there's a workbench, and it's got a bunch of boxes that basically moved in and just haven't been unpacked, and I know what's in them, so it's just a matter of just going through them and sorting it out. But I would like to get those cleared off so that tabletop was available to me, because there's all this wall space behind it that I'm like, oh, I could put up all kinds of stuff right there and there and there, but I can't do shit right now because the boxes are stacked so high. So
too bad you couldn't lift them off that shelf and then put stuff up.
You mean that shelf or that shelf?
No, the one they were just pointing at.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, well, yeah, I could, but again, I got to sort through those boxes to figure out everything. I don't know. And then that doesn't even get into the giant project of sorting through my comics to pare that collection down at some point. So that's.
Do you have a basement, or is it?
I do not.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just I'm on a slab. In fact, I don't even have a crawl space. So not that I'd be putting anything in a crawl space. But,
no, I get it.
Yeah. So
whatever happened? Are you going into? I know money and everything. Are you going to
the shed?
The Love Shack?
At some point, but if the parishioners want to do a GoFundMe for 15 grand so that I can put in the proper, shed and outfit it as a studio, then that would be awesome. But in terms of my finances right now, that's not happening right now. So
no, I was just curious because we're going through the processes. Like, okay, do we put up one of those little garages, sheds, outside, or
some of them are really nice, man. I get ads all the freaking time on Instagram and social media for all these things. They have figured out that I want these, so like I always get ads for this shit, and some of them are really, really nice. But again, it's gonna be a costly thing,
Yeah.
So
oh no, on the cheap, I guess you could go, I don't know, maybe 8,000 and get a decent one.
Yeah.
But then another one that popped up on Instagram, it's like Lincoln logs. It's slabs that you put together.
Yeah.
It like a log home.
The thing about it though is, there's that. There's the actual framework itself. There's the pouring of the slab to put the thing on. So now you got the concrete pouring cost. Then you have the actual shed itself. Then you have, in my case, insulation and hanging the drywall and everything inside to make it, usable in the wintertime. Then I have hiring an electrician to come out and run electricity to it, because, you can't be out there with no power, and I'm not running a extension cord from my house out to the shed. I mean, that's, So
I tell you what, when you're ready to do the electrical, we can run it from the house out there and have it connect. I've done it before, so I can do that. You're not going to be running,
So
what?
Well, I don't know. I'd like to have my TV out there, and obviously I'd be doing all my cigar stuff and everything. And in a perfect world, I've even looked at the wall units that they put into hotel rooms, the air conditioner and heater units that you put on the wall and run that way. And I'm like, that's fucking great. Then I have AC in the summer and heat in the winter. It'd be awesome. But again, it's just a matter of cost. And once you run power to a shed, now you have to go to the city to get permits for that and everything. So now you're running through the government, having to, I know that, but any electrician's gonna be like, you got the permit, and all that. So, and I don't know. Yeah. I don't need anybody. With my luck, that's when the county assessor goes by and is like, what's this building in the back? And it's like, oh my God, so I just,
my lean-to.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a wood shed.
It's just a shed. It's just a shed. It's like, it's got a glass front to it and everything. What the fuck? That's the thing. The ones I look at are freaking nice. It's like, I'm not looking at like, oh, it's a shed. Like, I'm looking at the kind that have like the glass front and the sliding doors and shit. And, I mean, they're office studios. They're not so much storage sheds, So that'd be the ideal. But yeah, I don't know. It's one of those.
I mean, instead of a cement slab, you can also do just do like a floor base with wood.
Yeah, for the inside of the shed, but you still have to put it on some sort of a slab when you're putting it on the ground.
No, you could just use treated woods on the bottom and just do a framing, and then build the floor.
Yeah, you're gonna have like moisture and weeds and shit growing and everything. I mean, like, you want to have that
That's
base.
when you prep the area. You put some gravel, put some or what is it, weed barrier or something underneath. Well, you do what's best.
If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it right. That's that's my whole thing with it. It's like, if I'm going to invest that kind of money, it's like, all right, we need to do this the proper way to make sure that, like, it's done right. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Well, yeah. We'll
so I'm looking forward for Pulpit Fest, talking with Jeff Anduzzi, or not Anduzzi. Yeah, because he was talking about wanting to go to Nicaragua and wanted to do the Perdomo thing. And I was going to get a hold of him and see if he wanted to. We could do our own trip down there. That way you're not stuck with Nick for 3 days, which would work out. So, Jeff, if you're listening now, don't let me forget. So we could fly. I got it all figured out. Fly into Managua and go. We could go to. Up to Esteli, and we'll make a good trip.
I don't know if now is the ideal time to be looking at Nicaragua, though. It's like, seems to be a little. You might have skirted in right at the right time there for that Piro Sabor trip, man. Because, like, when I'm hearing things like, oh yeah, we're not going to have elections anymore and blah blah blah, it's like, oh, how many more steps away are we from straight up just Castro type regime thing going on?
They were already a communist country. I mean, I don't know. I felt safe. And
well, I'm sure.
But
I'm just saying, like, it just seems like every day it just kind of progresses a little more and more and more, but I don't know.
You're starting to sound like Marlene. Okay. We can't go there because of this. We can't go there.
Hey, man, that's the thing.
Do it.
I'm adverse to the idea of being locked up abroad. Let's be real.
You're not going to get locked up.
There's a whole. Well, I don't know. There's all kinds of ways I could get locked up. I mean, shit. Let's put it this way: a former co-host of this show desperately wanted to go to Cuba and was trying to sell me on the idea of doing a trip to Cuba because we're journalists and that's allowed under the Department of whatever the hell defense or whatever guidelines that if you're media you can go to Cuba and all this kind of shit. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm definitely not going there with your ass because I will get locked up abroad.
No.
You do something. Yeah, right. I'll do something fucking stupid. And next thing you know, I'm in a Cuban prison, and I am not built for prison, Shawn. I'm currency in prison. It's like I am not made for prison. I'm a lover, not a fighter. So it's like it's not going to end well for me. But anyway, oh shit.
Yeah. So Jeff, let's talk. Let's. Yeah, because he's retiring. What has he done? Did he say?
We talked about this relatively soon.
Yeah, I know.
That much. Yeah, anyway. You guys are both. I think you might be beating him to it, but you're in the same boat. So
yeah. So anyway, So that was my plan. I'm listening to the thing. It's like, oh, let's go. Because I'm all about the, getting that free flight there, and then hotels for $70. You have beautiful hotels, and
my eye have been set on Ireland now for a couple of years, and so that's still rattling around in my head, and I'll make it there. I'm hoping, mate. Knock on wood. It'd be nice to make it there next year. I would. It's feasible. It's feasible. I've got a few things running this year that if they all come to fruition, and theoretically they will have come. Knock on wood, if the big one may actually have happened by Pulpit Fest, which would be nice. But if a couple things come to fruition for me, my personal finances are going to look a lot nicer by the end of this year, to where maybe I can squeeze out a trip to Ireland next year, and I would like that.
All right.
That'd be fun. That'd be fun.
Well,
so
Trey Mac, I think, is up for it, so I'd be up for it.
oh,
so
dude, I know he's up for it. He went. Well, he's who sold me on it in the first case when he went out there. Shit, it was right after Election Day, 2024. He went out there for that week, and hearing him talk about that, I'm just like, oh, this sounds so wonderful. And he's the one telling me, like, dude, you could live like a king for $2,000, like the whole trip, $2,000. And I'm like, it's feasible. It's totally feasible. So I just got to sell like an annual ad package to somebody, and suddenly I've got the money for that. It's like, there we go. Right?
There you go.
Oh, shit. Well, speaking of ad packages, let's do this now.
It's time for the Villiger Cigars Entertainment Report, brought to you by
Villiger.
Villiger Cigars, one of the leading cigar and cigarillo manufacturers in the world, founded in 1888 and still family-owned and operated. Head over to VilligerCigars.com and check the store locator to find a shop near you that carries them. We guarantee that Villiger Cigars will be a wonderful addition to your humidor and cigar rotation.
All right, buddy, it's the Entertainment Report. What have you been watching lately? Because everybody is sick and fucking tired of hearing me talking about soccer.
Oh, well, I haven't been watching soccer. So we actually, on Monday nights, we have $5 movie nights. So we've been hitting like some of the shows. Young Washington, went and watched that. That was entertaining. It was just a little history type not document. It was that action show of George Washington prior to becoming president and everything. So watch that. And then we also watched Pressure with Brandon. Oh God, what is it? From The Mummy, that guy. He was Brendan Fraser.
Yes.
Anyways, I didn't like him as Eisenhower on it, but it was just a cool story about these two weather guys that were prior to D-Day. One was like, oh, these are the models and that. He goes, no, this is what's going to happen, and delay it and all this stuff. And anyways, it was that story and everything. So
okay.
Yeah.
I remember both of those coming out, but I never made it to go see either one of them.
Both of them are
what? I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to say both of them are worth a watch and everything. And then on my to-do list, I don't know how it's popping up. Anyways, it's World War II. Was it SAS Rogue Heroes with Paddy Mayne? He was an Irish, like a paratrooper for the English Army during World War II. And it's just his story and everything. So, I mean, that looks really good. It's on. I don't know if it's a BBC movie, but anyways, I put it down because it's like I need to watch it. It looks really good. He's an old or a young rugby player from Ireland, and they kind of recruit him, got him out of jail, and brought him over. And they did special ops where his group would parachute in and like sabotage different planes and that, and South Africa and everything. So anyways, it caught my interest. I'm gonna definitely watch that. So
that sounds cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude, I did go and see Spider-Man, and I've been kind of down on the Marvel movies since the Avengers Endgame back in 2019, and but the Spider-Man one was good. It was what was nice about it was you didn't have to watch shit prior to this. You really didn't.
Okay.
I mean, you might want to, just so you're aware of like who some of the characters are, because like the new Black Widow's in it and like the Punisher and whatnot. But like, so if you're not familiar with those characters, then there's other things you can watch to get familiar with them, but you don't really have to. And I'd say that maybe if you watch like the last Spider-Man, the one that had like the 3 Spider-Man, in it and whatnot. But like based upon the box office numbers, I think everybody fucking watched that one. But my point is, if you watch that, then you're good. And it was a fun movie, and I enjoyed it. So that was nice. I'm not super like hyped up for the new Avengers one that's coming out this fall or Christmas time, right around Christmas time. But yeah, there's been shit that's come out this year, like the new Jackass movie. I totally wanted to go see that, and I slept. I didn't make it to the theater and see it, and for all I know, I don't even know if it's even there anymore. I know before it's all said and done, I'm going to end up going to the theater to see the new Paw Patrol movie because I'm going to take Max to see that. Because there's very few things that come to the theater that he's interested in. So it's like, all right, it's like, but even with that, I got to pick my showtime because he may or may not be super interested in sitting and just watching the movie, So, but that's all right. The drive-in has not been my friend this summer, mostly due to the fact that they're not getting shit that I care about watching. It's been a lot of kids movies, which the thing about that
that's
is
what's out right now. I mean, you have
that really is all that's coming out right now for the most part. We're not getting like the big summer blockbuster kind of thing. Like, yeah, they have Spider-Man playing with Toy Story 5, but if I'm gonna see, I want to see that Spider-Man theater, not necessarily like the drive-in. Now that I've seen it once, would I go to the drive-in to see it again? Yeah, I probably would, but then I'm paying to see a movie again versus seeing something like F1. I saw F1 for the only time I've ever seen F1 was at the drive-in. That was a good drive-in movie.
okay.
It was bright, which that does matter, because if the film is too dark, sometimes it's a little hard to see. Like that most recent Jurassic World flick with Scarlett Johansson. I saw that, like, was that last summer that came out? I don't know. It doesn't matter. But there were parts in that movie that were very low lit, and it's fucking hard as shit to see the screen when it's like what's going on. So it's almost like a black screen, and you're just listening to what's happening. And that kind of sucks. But if it's a well lit movie, and let's be real, the plot can't be so intricate that I have to be like super focused in on it the whole time. I mean, it's the drive-in.
Yeah.
Those are the ideal flicks. And they were running last week a double feature of the original Top Gun followed by Top Gun Maverick. And I thought about it, but I didn't do it because A, I've seen both of those already, and B, like, dude, the original Top Gun is so bad. It's so bad. This is my hot take. I'm sure there's somebody out there going, what? Look, the airplane scenes when they're doing the dogfight, yeah, that's cool, But like the plot line, of that movie, whoever wrote that movie scammed the shit out of that studio. That is the worst written movie. I mean, it is basically like cool plane shit, super horrible plot with horrible, cheesy dialogue, with more plane shit and whatever. It's like, it is one of the worst written movies. If you actually sit and watch and pay attention to the plot, pay attention to the dialogue, it is such a bad movie. But everybody loves it because it's like, airplanes, The new one, Maverick, that had it was better, but it still is not like, look, nobody's winning awards for that story, okay? I mean, let's be real. It was Star Wars. It was the original Star Wars. Anybody who's seen Maverick, like, it is the original Star Wars, because the whole plot, they've got this bunker that they've got to put a missile down, this air shaft that's underneath, and they got to fly through the mountains to get. Kind of sounds like, when they're going to attack the Death Star and they got to fly through and they're like, it's Star Wars, plain and simple. So it's like, all right, fine, whatever. So I just was like, I'm not really into that. And then the Odyssey, that was at the drive-in.
Oh.
But I'm on the fence, and I've heard some people say good things. I've heard some people say bad things. And I'm just like, I don't know if I'm mentally invested enough to go and like sit through that long of a movie at the drive-in of all things, But I don't know.
Yeah. I saw the Odyssey. I was against it because it's like, okay, Helen Troy is, the face that launched the thousand. She couldn't launch an oarboat. It's like, oh no,
Yeah.
pick pick something else. I mean, and then the character, it just didn't match up. They're trying to do the woke thing, and it's like it was very close to the book, the poem or however you want to say it, but
Yeah.
they did a good job with the storyline. The characters, though, sometimes it was like, okay, no,
I heard some
I
of
don't
the
think
ones
so.
that
But anyways,
everybody's fixated on are only in it for like a hot minute, though.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, like
Yeah.
what's her name that cut off her boobs and that and became a guy in that, and yeah, is in it for a minute, and anyways, it's worth a watch. I mean, it was entertaining. I mean, if you read the poem or read the book or whatever,
Yeah.
they did a good job. A friend of ours that I work with, she actually went to Greece, and they were all pissed off over there because there was not one Greek person in the movie. So they didn't really care for it, but she thought it was pretty good too. So, but
Okay.
anyways, worth a watch. Maybe when it comes on Netflix or something.
That's the thing. It's like Supergirl. I didn't make it to see that. When that hits HBO, I'll watch
Nope.
it. But I'm not. I don't want to go pay for it. Jackass, it'll hit Paramount at some point, and I'll watch it there. It's like whatever.
Yeah.
But
It's what you have time for too. I mean,
well,
we all have.
yeah. And I've been swamped. And the thing is like, then when I'm looking and it's like, oh, I could go see Minions and Monsters followed by Toy Story 5. It's like, okay, I could do that, but do I really want to go to two kids movies at the drive-in by myself? Because that's not creepy or anything. But then also, I'm going to be sitting out and smoking around all these families.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't want to be that guy doing that, So it's like, it's fine. I'll just pass for right now. But at some point, they always do their little old movie marathon where they do triple features on Friday and Saturday. And since it's two screens, they do 3 movies on one screen, 3 different movies on another on Friday. And then on Saturday, they do another 3 movies and another 3 different movies on the other screen. So it's like over the course of a week, 12 movies being shown in 2 days. And I'm waiting for them to announce that that's coming because I haven't. What was it? Last year I couldn't make it because it was the same weekend as Pulpit Fest. The year before, did I go the year before? I think I went one night the year before, but it was in fucking April, so it was like so cold at night that I was in my car, and it wasn't nearly as entertaining. So I'm hoping that they haven't announced that yet. So I'm hoping that's coming soon. So I don't know. They did have Jaws up there the other week, and I did not make it to go see that. I was tempted, but I didn't make it. Just because
that'd be cool to see on the big screen again,
dude. And that's the thing. Drive in for a movie like that, seeing Jaws. It was a double feature, Jaws and the first Jurassic Park, and I'm like, that would be a fun double feature to see at the drive-in. But just life being what it was, I was too busy and I couldn't make it up there. And it was one of those filler weeks. It was in between, like, oh, these releases and these releases, so we'll do like 1 week where this is available. It's like, oh shit. So
did you see? Oh, what was it? Some place does Jaws in the lake.
Really?
They have a big screen set up, and everyone's out in their tubes and rafts watching Jaws.
And I don't know if I'd want to be out on a lake in a tube watching that movie.
Fun little twist.
It would be a fun little twist. Boy, you could be that real douchebag and get in the water and actually smoke and tweet people. That would be fun. But yeah. No, I'm trying to think of anything else other than Spider-Man's really all I've encountered so far this week. I do want to give a shout out to Boots because I'm gonna admit something here. I've known that he does a podcast for the longest time, and for what it's worth, just it's hard for me to slot it. I only listen in the car, really.
Yeah.
And so sometimes it's hard for me to slot in, shows. But I did catch the Stick Figures podcast. And I think you've listened to it before, right?
No, I didn't. I think he
Okay.
mentioned it on one of the video herfs.
Yeah. So
But I haven't.
I gave it a listen, and it's very well done.
Nice.
I'm very picky about my cigar content. That I don't know. I don't want. I'm picky. Let's just put it that way. And I was entertained. They did a show all about going back to what we were talking about earlier, some of the trials and tribulations going on in Nicaragua and how that could impact our humidors and things of that nature. And it was interesting. My only remote criticism, and it is what it is they've got 4 dudes plus a 5th dude that kind of acts as an unofficial producer. So there's a lot of voices, and it's hard to keep track of who's who at times. But the show was entertaining, and it definitely kept my interest, and it most definitely what was the shop? They definitely get their money's worth out of King Street Coffee and Tobacco Emporium in Martinsburg, West Virginia. They definitely get their money's worth out of them with their sponsorship, because I think I heard that commercial. They have different commercials for the different products they sell. So throughout this podcast, 3 or 4 different times, it's brought to you by King Street Coffee and Tobacco Emporium. And it's oh my gosh, it's so before it's all said and done, you're just I got to get to King Street. So, maybe it must be working. So, for what it's worth. But,
Huh. Well, that's
what's
the name of it? So
Stick Figures.
Stick Figures. Okay.
The Stick Figures podcast. So for anybody that's looking for another cigar podcast, not to take you away from mine, but if you're looking for something else with some good cigar content, I enjoyed it. They did one middle of July, build the best humidor challenge, and the description is: join us as we try to build the best humidor for only $100. And basically they I guess they've got a budget of $100, and they're picking out what cigars that they want to put in that humidor. So, and everybody has their different ideas. So I don't know, something different.
So what are the rules on that? Well, I'll probably go back and listen to it, but they only have to pick the draft, or can it be anything?
I don't know. I can't remember, but I think it's I don't remember there being set. Probably just whatever stuff they could find to put together for it. So yeah. So anyway,
good.
So that's what I've been watching and listening to. It's for what it's worth. I thought that was a well made, well produced show that kept my interest, and I wasn't screaming at the radio the whole time, what the fuck, you don't know what you're talking about, blah, 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 that. I don't know. Like I said, I'm picky about my cigar content. What can I say?
There we go, curmudgeon.
Hey, you know what? I'm allowed.
You are.
I'm not saying I'm doing the best job over here, but it's I want my audio levels to be high enough that I'm not cranking my radio to full volume in order to hear somebody. It's I want it to be entertaining. I don't want it to be forced. If it sounds like they're reading a script, then it's fuck this, that kind of thing. But it was nice. It was good banter back and forth, and it was
entertaining
enough. So
nice.
There we go. Yeah,
I'll have to check that out, because it's always something different. I do a lot of my podcast and everything on YouTube.
Okay.
Not that I want to see your face in your garage all the time, but it's just it's just convenient if I'm in the garage and sitting in the chair as I cramp up. Jesus.
So yeah, I know, right? Do you just out of curiosity, does YouTube drop a bunch of commercials into my shit?
No.
Okay. Do you pay for YouTube to where you get rid of the ads? Okay.
No.
All right. That's interesting. That's good to know because one of my biggest gripes about YouTube is there are different people that I follow on there and I watch their stuff, and it's so annoying having to they'll be in the middle of a thought and then all of a sudden here's an ad and you got to wait the 50 seconds or whatever it is before you can hit skip, and then it's like, and then you're back to it. And I just didn't know if YouTube was doing that to mine or not, but I guess they're not monetizing mine, so whatever. What do they care?
Yeah, no, I haven't noticed it. I mean, other shows that I watch or podcasts or whatever, do have it, but for the most part, no.
Okay.
It's just if I'm listening to Cigar Authority,
I haven't noticed it on theirs either.
Commercials. Yeah.
Well, they have theirs, but I haven't noticed like YouTube dropping in ads on.
You have erectile dysfunction, try new,
or fucking liberty, fucking
liberty.
Oh, yeah, exactly. What is up with that? Now they've got this stupid little like fuzzy yellow ball thing with like a. Have you seen this?
No, well, maybe I haven't. Just kind of blocked it out.
So they had like the guy with the emu.
Yeah.
And whatever. And then there was the moron actor guy that was like, he couldn't get his lines right. And that's when the Liberty Bibberty came on. So then now they've got an actual like Muppet. Like it's maybe the size of like a volleyball, and it's yellow and fuzzy with like the crown from the Statue of Liberty on top. And this thing's name is Liberty Bibberty. And it goes around telling people about insurance. And I'm like, oh my God.
No.
It's just half-ass marketing. If you're going to do a mascot, have something good. I mean, I guess it must have caught my eye because I'm talking about it now.
You're talking about it, yeah.
But in a derogatory way. It's very stupid,
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
Did you switch it a little bit?
No, I'm not with Liberty Bibberty. I'm still with Progressive for now. Flo's my gal. So what can you say?
But speaking of Progressive, so for Pulpit Fest, my nephew and niece are coming down, and he's the marketing director for Progressive. So,
well, then he needs to get all right. We need a signed 8x10 from Flo. That we can auction off.
Yeah, I don't. He's not on the Flow team. I think he's on. He was doing the Baker thing, and then
the Flow team. What?
He was on that, and then who's the rock singer? God, I can't remember who it was. Alice Cooper.
Alice Cooper did Progressive ads?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
And then what was the other one? And then for the Grand Prix in Vegas, they did the Sphere advertisement on the Sphere for that. So, but anyways, it was just kind of interesting.
Now, see, that's where Liberty Bibberty could come in, because it could just be the Sphere. It's a little ball. They just need to
put a crown on the top, and
put a crown on top, and it's like, oh my God, Liberty Bibberty takes over the Sphere. Anyway, I still think the one
go to the Wizard of Oz at the Sphere. It's a little pricey, but it was worth it.
I have a thing about heights, and the seating at the Sphere kind of intimidates me with the angle on it. I know, but it still intimidates me.
So we won't put a Sphere in Nicaragua, You'll just
then I'm really intimidated. It's like two fears in one thing, Like, yeah, exactly. Oh shit, that's funny. All right, well let's do this now.
Okay.
Guess what, motherfucker?
It's time for 3 cigars we smoked and enjoyed this week. And you just coming back from the Rocky Mountain Cigar Festival, I would think you would have a few that you could discuss.
Yeah. Well, today's been a kind of a heavy smoking day, so I'll just kind of go.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because on my way out to work this morning, I had La Capitan, a little
Okay.
short, the short Robusto.
Yeah.
So I got partway through that and then finished it up on the way home. And then, was it a couple weeks ago? Listened to the podcast on the plane, the EP Carrillo. I forgot which one it was. The one that was in the pack. Had that today.
Oh, okay. Yeah. The
No, not the
shit.
Resurgence, but
Yeah.
the one that was in
Um,
there, Encore,
okay. Yes, 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 yes.
the Encore. And then I just before the show here, I had a lectin, to get my
Ooh,
yeah.
gotta
So
get your
it was
lectin in.
well since I bought two of the packs, I had them available, but
You had
um,
plenty. Yeah.
I have enough now, so enjoyed that. And then today with the Chef Rick, I finished mine. So what is
Yeah, I'm done with mine as well.
yeah,
So
I liked that the first half there was a transition change from the first third to the second third, and I don't know if I just wasn't paying attention or smoking too fast. I didn't notice it in the second third, in the
I
final third.
yeah, I didn't give this the
I know
full attention span
the love
of
that it
sitting
deserved.
and
So
studying it, but yeah, but it was good. I mean, I liked it. Um, but yeah, I didn't quite give it the attention to be able to say all the transitions. Everything.
yeah, I
Um,
noticed that one. But hey, speaking of have you ever heard of the Kansas City Cigar Festival?
I have, in fact, I went to that in 2019.
Okay, do they still do it or
Yeah, I just
okay?
got an email from them not too terribly long ago. Hang on, let me see
Okay.
if I still have it. I know I got it because yeah, here it is.
Anyways, so I
Um,
heard a guy talking about it this past weekend, and I'm like, oh, I didn't even know they were still doing it. And was it worth it
they
or
they actually have moved it to Legends Field in West Village. It
oh,
used to be like in this like on the top floor of like a parking garage next door to Diebel's because Diebel's Sportsman's Gallery is who puts it on, and they moved it to looks like a baseball field or something like that. But they're promoting 22 cigar and accessory manufacturers and vendors from around the world. Get your souvenir bag filled with 20 plus cigars for general admission or 40 plus for VIP tickets. Festival only cigar deals. It's another, you get your
multi-vendor?
cigars and then you go in and it's multi-vendor, go around and buy stuff. They have the Big Brothers Big Sisters charity raffle with prizes, food and beverage, blah 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 and all that, which the year that I went out there, I did the VIP and I thought that was, it was a good deal. Um and it was a fun event. They had the baskets and if you did the VIP, you got the list of all the different raffle baskets available the night before the event. So you could like look over the list to say like, oh, I want to put all my tickets into the bucket for basket 3 or basket 8, or
Okay,
something like that. That way you kind of knew ahead of time like where you wanted to like do that. And then Big Brothers Big Sisters, they were doing a deal where like if you donate so much, you got so many tickets. So I ended up there were like 2 baskets that I remembered I was really interested in. And so I put a bunch in those 2. And then I ended up doing a donation to Big Brothers Big Sisters for, I don't even remember how much. It's so long ago, I don't remember. But I got like a shit ton of tickets for this donation, right? And so I, again, loaded them into the baskets. Well, the only shitty thing was they got on the loudspeaker and announced who won each basket. Well, if you're not paying attention, then you don't hear, right? So I missed that I apparently had won basket 3. And so this was in September. In November, Beebles calls me and they're like, are you ever going to come and pick up your basket? I'm like, I didn't know I won. And they're like, oh, yeah, it's been sitting here since the event. I'm like, fuck, dude, I live over in St. Louis. That's a 4-hour drive. So what ended up happening was Corey Frisbee, who at the time was a cigar broker based out of just north of Kansas City. He did Oscar and a couple other brands, and he would come to St. Louis a lot. I linked up with him, and I'm like, hey, can you go by Naples and pick up my basket? And the next time you're in St. Louis, just bring it with you. So he did, and dude, there was so much in there. I had so much. I got like this really nice Avo humidor.
Oh, nice.
And I mean, there was a lot of shit in that basket. But it was worth it. I mean, it was cool. And I tried to go. They sent out the things, and they were selling tickets in 2020. And I went ahead and bought one. But obviously they canceled it. And I remember at the time, you could either get your money back or they would send you the cigars. And I remember thinking, oh, well, the cigars they're worth more than the ticket price.
Yeah.
So I just went ahead and had them send me the cigars, and it worked out just fine. So,
Nice.
but I'm on their site right now. General admission is $185. VIP was $285, but they're sold out. And then guest tickets, you get lunch, 2 drink tickets, 2 raffle tickets, but no cigars or anything like that. And guest tickets are $60. So
yeah, you're almost better off getting the general admission. You know, you get.
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, like if Marlene went with you, it's like kind of one of those like, just get 2 general admission, and then at least you're getting the extra cigars out of it. You know, it's like spending $60, and it's like, oh, you're gonna eat from a food truck. You know, it's like,
yeah.
Is that worth it? Not really.
Yeah. Yeah, we're looking at going down to Brew City Cigar Festival at the end of August, I think it is. End of this month. It's a Saturday event. So, anyways, take a look at that. But
where's that at?
In Milwaukee.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, they usually have, I don't know, you get 20 cigars. You know, they got food trucks and everything. You know, typical event type thing. So,
Yeah.
But the only bad thing, you have to do the trick-or-treating, which, you know, it's fine. It takes you 15, 20 minutes and you're good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. Wait, so you did your 3.
Yep.
What were your 3 again? You did your 3.
I did, Lecton EP Encore and
the Chef Frick.
Le Capitan.
That's right. So just to wrap this up, so everyone's like, well, what was Nick's 3? I had a over the course of today, in multiple different times, I smoked a Plasencia Almafuerte, and that was good. The final third was perhaps the less desirable because I set it down and had to come back to it later, but I did finish it. It was good. One that I want to highlight that I had that I enjoyed was another from Mayflower. It was the Dream. That was their Maduro box press one. I had the Dawn end of July, and that was really good. But the Dream was it, dude. I'm telling you that those are good cigars. I know you've talked about them before. I know other people have told me that they're good. It's one of those things that nobody around here sells them. And so when I was at the Louisville Cigar Company, he had them, and I've been sitting on some that I got at PCA because I was like, oh, you know, drive time reviews, blah, 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 whatever. So I haven't ever, but when I saw him at Louisville Cigar Company, I'm like, all right, finally, I can buy some and I can just sit and enjoy it and smoke it. And they were really good. So I enjoyed that one. And then the last one I will highlight, you know what? I had a La Flor Dominicana. I had the Solus. And I don't think I highlighted that one in the last episode that I did. And it was good. I like that cigar. I know that's Lito Jr.'s pet cigar, and it's nice because it's got a lot of flavor to it, and it doesn't slit your throat and kick you in the ass like some of the LFDs do. You know, so
What does that band look like on the Solus?
it's kind of maroon and blue with like
okay,
yeah.
So, what was that? Oh, that one he gave me. Oh my God.
The carbon flower.
Holy crap. That was probably the strongest cigar I've ever had.
Yeah, I remember he handed it and he's like, well, light it up. And you're just like,
Light it up.
And
Yeah.
I'm thinking like, dude, that is not a cigar I'm going to be lighting up on a PCA show floor, but you did. And we're walking away and you're like, oh my God. And I'm like, yeah, that's probably
I finished it, but I was a little lightheaded.
You did. Yeah.
You know,
wow.
And it lasted. I mean, you know, it was a unique experience. So
there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So Mayflower, he was there at the Rocky Mountain, and I ended up talking with their marketing lady. I can't remember her name either. So, anyways, and I said, hey, congratulations! They have a rep now that's covering like the South. You know,
okay.
She goes, we just couldn't keep up. And then, you know, we were just talking about that, you know, people are calling to get it in, they're shipping them and everything, but it's the second and third sales that she just didn't have enough time to, you know, be the
follow up and
yeah. So
and that's the problem with second and third sales. That's what keeps you going, you know? Yeah. So, yeah, you gotta have that. Well, and I say this with all due respect, but man, there's a lot of cigar shop owners that are just needy people. You know, some of them it's like, you know, just tell me who I need to contact. I'll shoot an email and I'll place my order. But there are others, man, where it's like they desperately need to see a rep inside their store, you know, once every 6 months in order to consider placing a reorder. And it's like, I get it, but like, man, in some cases, that's really unreasonable for some of these guys, you know, some of these companies, I should say. I don't know. I know a lot of companies are opening up and starting these like online portals, you know, where you can just log in and place your orders and everything. And you know, there's something to be said about that, you know, ease and convenience. But yeah, some of these more old school tobacco shop owners, man, they want that guy coming in and sitting down and firing up a sample cigar and shooting the shit for 2 hours. And it's like, man, sales forces are getting smaller and territories are getting bigger. And I don't know if that's reasonable for some of these shop owners to expect as much as they do.
Like, gotta look at the volume, you know, with their time for. You know?
And that's the other thing. It's like, you know, if you're going to expect a rep to come in and do that, then you need to place an order that's worth them doing that. And it's like, oh, if they're walking out and you've bought 3 boxes of cigars, is that really worth them? Because it's not just the time in shop; it's the commute time, you know, between shops and everything else. And you know, like in my area, my God, there's some shops that are out in the middle of freaking nowhere, and they just don't see anybody. It's just one of those things. They just do not see reps, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah. I don't know.
How do you want to grow your business, you know?
Yeah. It's like you kind of have to, I would think that if you're going to do that, you kind of have to just take the bull by the horns and be responsible for managing your own inventory rather than having a rep come in and say, oh, looks like you're low on this. Do you want to order more? Yeah, sure. You know?
Yeah. You're not a C-store where we're restocking the Snicker bars, you know? This is a luxury item that, you know, needs, you know, attention, education, you know, it just, because the rep's only there for a short time. And it's like, you need that owner or whoever's working to know your cigar and, you know the customer. So, yeah.
Oh, shit. Well, all right. So you got the Brew City Cigar Fest coming up. So yeah,
I haven't bought the ticket yet, and it's like, oh, we had something going on the week after. Oh, we're trying to get to Easter Island, you know, with the Moais.
Yeah, you're gonna go see the big heads.
The big heads out in the middle of the Pacific. So
I heard they're digging them out to try and uncover the bodies.
The bodies, yeah, that's the whole thing. They did the underground scanning and discovered. So anyways, that's on the list. But getting back to the fear thing, I don't know. She saw something on Santiago, Chile, where there's labor protests, and I'm like, we're at the airport. We're going to be switching and going.
Yeah, we're in and out. Yeah.
Yeah. We're not going. Yeah. So
well, as long
we'll
as
see
it's
how
not
that
the
goes.
as long as it's not the airport employees that are protesting, then you're
No.
okay.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah. Oh, we forgot to put fuel in.
Oops. Yeah, that would
Yeah.
suck, especially because that's a lot of over ocean travel getting to Easter Island.
6 hours. That's like flying.
Long damn flight.
That is, so I don't know. But anyways, it's on the bucket list just to do it.
There you go. I don't know.
Give it a shot. We'll see.
Oh, fun. Well, cool.
Looking forward to Pulpit Fest.
I was going to say, I am too. It's going to be a fun time. You and Marlene coming down, and you're bringing what? Her
niece and her husband. So
okay, yeah. So you're just bringing all kinds of crew down. That'll be good.
Well, no, I mean, I took him once up to 2 guys for their anniversary party, and he just really liked it. They love St. Augustine area, so got him talked into it. And then Saturday night is it Ziggy Marley, the reggae guy?
Okay,
he's playing in at the amphitheater, so up in so we might take in a concert too. So
you guys always find a concert there, I swear.
Yeah, we do it. We call it the death tour. People.
Exactly. Who did you see last year? You guys went and saw somebody there at Pulpit Fest time last year too.
It was The Fix and UB40.
That's it. UB40 was what I was thinking of.
Yeah. And then we flew out to Kansas City and saw Cool. Was it Cool in the game? I don't know. We have the opportunity to go see these artists, so we go.
Well,
yeah.
All right, dude. Well, I appreciate you taking time out of your day to tell us about the Rocky Mountain Cigar Festival.
Yeah, I think I hit the high points, and if anybody's planning on going next year, I think they announced the dates and everything. But it's always fun to know people when you go.
For sure.
Just that. So, all right.
Cool. Well, thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. We'll talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon. And I really want to thank Shawn for taking time out of his day to chat. It's good to catch up and see what's going on and, find out about all the different cigar events that he's going to because, like I said, he's definitely one of the most well-traveled cigar guys I know. He hits up a lot of different cigar events. So if you want to know about how one is, Shawn's the guy to ask. So anyway, there we go. Well, guys, it's that time I tell you that I am available on Instagram at the Cigar Pulpits. You can follow me there. You can also head on over to Facebook where we have the Pulpit Parishioners group. You can get in on the fun there by finding the group. It's a private access group. Request access. I'll let you in, and then you can start sharing what you're smoking and getting to know everybody. It's a fun time. I'm on Twitter/X. You can watch this on Rumble and YouTube. And speaking of Rumble and YouTube, starting in September, I will be bringing back the Drive Time Reviews. Those will go live every Wednesday at 7 a.m. On those 2 channels, so you can check those out. I drive in the car and I smoke a cigar and I review it. It's pretty simple. I need your calls for Ask the Pulpit. You can give me a call on the hotline at area code 863-874-0000. That's 863-874-0000. And do remember, next week is the 7th anniversary episode on Friday the 14th. And it's going to be an Ask the Pulpit episode. And I need your calls. I need you guys to call in and tell me your favorite cigar pulpit moment of the last 7 years. And just, maybe when you started listening and let me know that. That's I want to hear that stuff. So you can, if you want to be a part of that show, I need the voicemail left on the hotline by no later than end of day on Wednesday, August 12th. And you guys can leave your message and let me know what some of your favorite moments are. Finally, the Cigar Chronicle newsletter. If you're not signed up for that, head on over to cigarpulpit.com. A little pop-up box comes up,
and you can get signed up. And Pulpit Fest. There are still a few tickets left for Pulpit Fest. If you are interested in coming down and partying with us at the Ashenale Lounge in Palm Coast, Florida, just south of St. Augustine, October 1st through the 4th, you can head on over to cigarpulpit.com. The first post on there has the poster for the event. You can click on that. It takes you to Eventbrite, or you can just go straight to Eventbrite, BRITE.com, and find the event, and tickets are sold there. So if you are interested in joining us, it's a fun time, and we would love to have you. Otherwise, guys, thank you so much for taking time out of your day. I really do appreciate it, and we will be back next week with more fun. This has been another sermon from the Cigar Pulpits. I'm Nick. Everybody, stay safe and stay smoky. Take it easy, everyone.